Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're into the first game versus Koroneko versus Extrim, and they submitted one deck, so they're going to use this whole deck the whole time, and it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. So, the opening hand, obviously Extrim has the innervate, so that's going to be pretty good. Generally, I would consider Priest to... It should be a favorable matchup for the Priest, I think, but considering the hand, Extrim might be able to pull this out. Now, depending on some variation cards like Thought Steals and Valence Chosen, some of those tech cards, or I mean not necessarily tech cards, but cards that you see in there as like choice cards, will kind of set us up. So it looks like Koroneko's gonna start us off with, oh, never mind. So doesn't want to throw out the Pyromancer just yet, probably just because he might think that it might be a Token Druid, which Pyromancer would eat up a Token Druid, to be honest. Okay, so Dark Cultist looks like it's going to be the first opening minion, and Extrim can develop his own minions, considering he Wild Growth last turn, so we'll probably see... Okay, so a Coin Innervate Dr. Boom, or... Yeah, looks like Dr. Boom rather than Lore. So that gives Extrim hell of a lot of pressure. Not the best curve to follow that up, but no worries. Hopefully Koroneko can deal with this, but as we see, Koroneko might struggle with this first little bit here.
Is someone injured?
It looks like the Cleric's gonna come down, probably some card draw. Ooh, and the Cleric dies! No card draw, wow.
Well played.
Oh jeez. Koroneko already saying, well played, this game won, it's over. He got the Innervate, he got the Wild Growth, and yeah. Tough luck. So, Pyromancer's gonna come out, nothing probably too much is gonna happen with that. Maybe we'll see a Keeper of the Grove smack one of these two. And that would leave the Dark Cultist with no buff given. Yeah, looks like that's what he's gonna go for. And here we go, Dark Cultist, no buff given, and only down to 29 life from the Boombot, and action's hot so far. Koroneko could develop a... Oh, okay. Just trying to get the Harrison Jones out of the hand, just to hopefully be a little bit more efficient. And then the Holy Nova will probably get some nice value next turn, but Extrim's going to test the waters to see exactly how the Boombot fares. And the Boombot fares very well, kills the Harrison Jones all alone, so that's kind of sad, but obviously very relevant. And Extrim is just able to, build up this really nice board. Ooh, okay, so Cabal could be nice. That's a nice swing card, and there's a perfect target for it. Maybe a Harvest Golem would have been a little bit better, but, the Keeper's really nice. And here we go with the card draw. So Extrim has just gotten everything this game. He's gotten Innervates, Wild Growths, Lures, plenty of card draw, and, perfect Boombots, to be honest. Actually, literally perfect Boombots. Alright, so Koroneko can develop a Boombot himself, but he is rather low. May have to do some AoE stuff here with Holy Nova, but that doesn't answer too much, but he can kill 2 minions with Holy Nova.
I wonder.
And that might be the play. So to do that, we would see Cabal go into the Senjin, and then Holy Nova would go off, heal up Cabal, kill Senjin, and then the Keeper would go into the Keeper, or the Dr. Boom. That might be... Okay, so... Oh, nice, gonna start with that, and that's gonna really juice up the Light Warden, really nice. So this might be the swing turn that Koroneko needs. And gonna hold on to the Circle of Healing, smart choice. And, okay, wow. The swipe's gonna come down, probably clear the board, maybe with the Wrath, maybe with the Hero Power. There's plenty of cards already, but it looks like he wants to cycle the Wrath, considering he has nothing really else to develop. Hero Power's probably just gonna go to face. And Koroneko, once again, struggling at 7 life. And the Keeper of the Grove is in hand. So that's pretty much lethal. Koroneko has to kind of risk it. Throw the Dr. Boom. But yeah, Keeper of the Grove's gonna come down, finish him off, and that'll be game 1. We'll go to a quick game 2. These guys will face twice, and then we'll go set up to a new set of matches with the exact same decks. They're allowed to use only one deck, and there we go. We're into the next game.
Anduin versus Malfurion.
And this is Ekstrom versus Koroneko, game 2.
The light shall bring victory.
Alright, so as far as this game, the Druid got a little bit, actually a lot less lucky. No big hitters. And, you know, the Priest is able to curve out very nicely. We probably see a coin Cultist, and then that would still leave a really nice curve. Especially if a Wrath comes out here. Yeah, okay, so Ekstrom's playing safely as possible. He doesn't have a nice 3-drop, so here we go. The Cultist doesn't have any minion support to give a buff to, but hopefully eventually he'll get one. He might get like a second Cultist or something next turn. Ekstrom's forced just a hero power in turn 3, so quite a weak start from Ekstrom, and that's kind of what we thought. Okay, so Koroneko is able to develop a Shredder next turn, so nice minion curve, but the swipe will come down, denying any potential buffs. But that's alright. Glad to probably eat up that swipe. So here we go with the minion development. The Shredder's gonna back that up, so probably a Sludge Belcher. Sludge Belcher is considered a really nice counter to Shredder. And since both of them are such popular 4 and 5 drops, you see them in a lot of the decks, probably around half of the decks, if not more. Koroneko is able to maintain presence here. Ekstrom still has yet to draw a Wild Growth or an Innervate. Wild Growth's probably not too useful at this point, but Innervate would really probably be nice. Now, Koroneko. Answering Sorath's question. Sorath is another competitor in this group, so we're going to see him play tonight as well. Sorath was the first winner of the Top of the Tree. He was the first competitor to actually win it. These guys are the first 5 in this group are the first ones to actually win it. Okay, so Ekstrom. Okay, Koroneko's turn. Able to develop. Probably not much. Maybe go with a combination of spells via Thought Steal, Power Word Shields, heal after attacking in. That's what I would assume he'd do. Probably not going for the Sludge Belcher and just a combination of heal and spells. And that's what it would look like Koroneko vouches to do. Probably gonna start out with a card draw. Gotta kind of move fast. Those animations take a little bit of time. Live the Naru is nice. Ooh, going with the Holy Nova. Wow, alright. Really solid, okay. Armor made to fit comes down, so decent for a Druid, but not the best. Those Boombots will probably get a lot of work done, but ooh, the Shadow Madness. Shadow Madness on the Boombot, I dare say that's very viable. Let's see if it works out. Now other plays could go with a lot of healing via Light of the Naru, Hero Power. Probably gonna see a Shadow Word Death here. There's not too many targets for a Shadow Word Death. Ekstrom may or may not be running Ragnaros. We have the deck list, but we're not gonna spoil anything. Thought Steal looks like is going to lead us off, and then probably going to follow that up with a Shower Death. Ooh, gets another lore. Wow, okay. Now, does Swipe go down here? Swipe would do a lot of work, but it would not let you kill the Dr. Boom itself. The Naru's going to go down.
In the light's name.
Here we go with a Death. I'm gonna kill the armor smith and probably just go for space. And that leaves a lot of little targets for the boombox to hit. Probably gonna kill some of them, but you know, definitely gonna be fun to watch. Okay, the shredder goes down and a murloc comes out. Decent drop, average. I would say Koroneko would feel more comfortable with the 3 attack rather than 3 health, so I'd say maybe a little above average. Okay, going to face with that one for 4, so not the best boombot, but ooh, okay. Cabal comes down. Now, I'm trying to figure out, looks like Koroneko can't kill the Shredder. I mean the Shade. No spell power, no Pyromancer. The swipe alone won't do the trick. And Koroneko might be forced to do a lure, which is obviously not a bad play at all. May look to get the Light Warden juiced up a bit, do a lot of face damage. This game definitely looking in Koroneko's favor, even though the last one was kind of rough. Ekstrom had an insane start, and Koroneko was able to take back game 2 probably. Gonna start with the light power word shield, see what we get for draw. Holy Nova, ooh! There goes the Shade, bye bye. If he wants to use it. Yeah, he's gonna go for it. And then maybe trade in the Murloc as well. I think that'd be safe. I think trading the Murloc's just fine, and then maybe heal up your dude. Okay, never mind. The Murloc's gonna stay alive. Heal up your dude. And Ekstrom is... wow. Maybe we'll see some nice mind control tech value, but not just yet. Koroneko probably gonna play that around that a little bit. Okay, so double taunt comes down. Now, as far as lethal, okay, that's one taunt. Yeah, so it looks like there is lethal on the board. All Koroneko has to... oh, yeah, nice. Sweet. So Koroneko takes game 2. That's going to leave these guys tied. They're only going to play 2 games each. Alright, here we go. Ekstrom is going to face Sorath. Sorath will probably get Sorath all his games in because I think he has to leave a little bit early. But we'll be able to watch these few go down. These guys are playing their 1 decks. This is a 1 deck style tournament. Sorath is spinning up an Oil Rogue. Let's make sure that that's the deck that he's... yep, okay, nice. So, Ekstrom is playing his Druid, his legendary Druid. And as far as opening hands, looks like Ekstrom didn't get too lucky with the mulligan. Okay, nice and slow start from both these players, but Shade is able to come out down. So Ekstrom has a nice curve of 3, 4, 5. Okay, and here goes a poison. Maybe a Blade Flurry? Yeah, okay, so not gonna deal with the Shade shenanigans. 1 Blade Flurry is out of the way. But there's plenty of minions for, you know, Ekstrom to throw out. This is gonna be a really, you know, heavy minion thing. He's got a nice 4, 5, 6 curve, so we'll probably see a 7 minion in there eventually. Okay, so Sorath looks like he could develop a Shredder just to answer his opponent's Shredder, but he might do some crazy... I don't know. I was thinking SI7 things, but there's not much else you can do. Oh, looks like he's going for it. Coin SI7, then Hero Power. Alright. A little ballsy, and it works. It works. Develops the board and develop his weapons and everything. See what kind of 2-man drop comes out of this. Ooh, Loot Hoarder. I would say that that's... I don't know about that. I think that's probably a pretty solid drop. You know, Ekstrom obviously has a nice 5 drop, so he doesn't need a Suicide just yet, but it's going to be some nice card draw eventually. I'd say I'd say above average. I think everyone would be happy to get a loot hoarder out of the shredder. I think that's nice. Okay, so Sorath could do some cycling, and then do... I'm not really sure. He might want to just develop an SI7 agent to actually kill the Lotha, but it looks like he just wants to do some cycling and probably going to hold on to his own SI7 agent. Yep, that's what he does, and Ekstrom has a nice 6 drop if he needs, but he's probably going to do some clearing. He doesn't want to leave an Azure Drake alive. That's probably fairly valuable. He's going to start moving with the Wrath on 1, throw the loot order in. Oh, okay, Wrath for 3, cool, that works. Throw the loot order in here. And we might see a Wrath for 1 and then a Hero Power. Okay, never mind. I'm just going to whack that guy in. And here we go with the Shredder. So the minions just keep on stacking for Ekstrom. Sorath is able to do probably some pretty nice things. No weapon enhancement yet, but you know, the Violet Teacher is able to do some work. He could just, you know, do some Farseer plus SI7 agent, just clear the board, develop his own board.
I wonder.
Okay, and here we go with the Farseer and then SI7 agent, like we mentioned earlier. And it clears the board really nicely. You know, the Shredder does trade fairly badly with those minions, but if he protects it with, you know, Ascension and whatever he wants behind it, Ascension... Oh, he's just gonna trade. Ooh, Patient Assassin. Not too useful against a rogue. They don't really have too many big things that you need to use that on. Plus they have plenty of AoE to take it out. So, I'd say in this circumstance, a below average drop, but in general, probably very high. Those things can, you know, obviously they can destroy anything. Ooh, Phantom Knives even probably deny any, you know, stealthy rogue things from the Druid. Okay, so it looks like Violet Teacher's gonna come down. Then we might see an Abyss. Then maybe a Hero. Kind of running low on mana. So gonna hold on to the Violet Teacher. Shredder's gonna come down, and then looks like a Phantom Knives is gonna set up some nice trading. Backstab is gonna really explode that Violet Teacher. There's no swipe in hand for Ekstrom, so he might have a difficult time dealing with.
I have no time for games.
Difficult time dealing with the Violet Teacher, but he's just going for face. He has no combo just yet, and considering how many taunts he's running with the 2 engines, I might hesitate on it if he's even having a combo style deck. But you know, I don't think we really saw it last 2 games, but Bomb Lover, that's decent. That will do a very nice job with the backstab, but that means that the backstab won't generate a 1/1 minion, considering he can't throw the Violet Teacher down in combination of all those. Oh, is he gonna go for it? Okay, he's gonna go for it.
I'm ready to look.
That means that he's like gambling that she will steal a 1/1. This is a kind of a bad gamble, I think. Here we go. What does she get? 50-50. Ooh, nice. Sorath wins the 50-50. Ekstrom's, you know, not too sad about that. Eats up a lot of spells, eats up a weapon attack. And there's the swipe. Okay. The swipe can go down. The whole board is essentially... actually no. He needs 2 more separate damage from somewhere. He's going to Hero Power, probably Violet Teacher down, but the Bomb Lobber is going to stay alive. That's the important part. We need the Bomb Lobber to stay alive. Sorath probably going to go with a Sprint. Maybe a Tinker Sharp Soul Oil just to be insane. But I vote a Sprint. That would allow him... Okay, yeah. 2 mana to work with whatever card draws he gets. Ooh, okay, South Sea Deckhand. And there is the burst. We got South Sea Deckhand plus oil plus Blade Flurry, so that's pretty much all you need. And as far as lethal, I don't want to count. Counting Rogue's oil damage is kind of challenging. I'll just trust that he'll get it whenever he can. Now, will Lore heal or card draw? Going with the card draw, alright. So Clawzon Mystic, no value. My control tech, probably no value against a rogue. So some tech cards that probably won't see much work. But Healbot will probably see a huge amount of work if he just doesn't die here. We'll let Sorath do the math. We'll let him figure it out. We'll trust in his judgment. If he throws down Azure Drake, that might signify that he's not going to go for it, considering he has no prep to get out the Sharp Sword Oil. 3 damage and then 2 damage is going to do really nicely to kill that. And the second sprint, so the second sprint could be used next turn. And Sorath kind of realizes he has nothing else to do with 2 mana, so just gonna weapon attack and weapon up again. And here we go with the Keeper of the Grove. That could be followed. Okay, so looks like extra one should probably do some card cycle. Kind of sad that both Royal Goats are in the hand at turn 10 and not used earlier, but it works. Here's one Keeper of the Grove, and is he just going to do double Keeper? I guess that works. There's not too much to silence in the Rogue deck besides Van Cleave, and you might not even see Van Cleave. Here goes Blood Mage. Sorath looking to block out the combo, it looks like, with the Lotheb. He is in lethal combo range, but Lotheb will stop that and develop a nice minion that trades very well with the board. He's gonna get super out of combo range with the heal as well. Does it just maybe, yeah, he's gonna weapon up again. So he is obviously very close to lethal. He has all the combo pieces. Maybe he's missing a deadly poison or two, but he has his Southsea, he has Tinkers, he has Blade Flurry. The Rogue can taunt, but there is a fairly decent board, so Dr. Broom may not get played here considering the board is kind of dangerous for the Rogue. He might have to do like a heal bot and a Senjin. I think that would be the safest. That might, you know, really clock block Sorath himself. But he might want to stagger those 2 defensive plays, but it looks like he's going to do both of them together. He's probably going to, okay, kill off the Farseer. Yep, Farseer's dead. And the prep. Okay, so the prep, could that mean lethal? We'll let him figure it out. He's going to start with the prep. Oh, he's just going to prep sprint, looks like. So he figures not lethal. Through a taunt, 24 life, probably not a big deal. Sap's really nice, Abyss, okay. Deadly Poison, so that's just going to juice up the weapon huge. So I guess we see a Blade Flurry here. Blade Flurry with just an Abyss, I mean just with the Deadly Poison, we'll clear the board. Or we might see, okay, he's not going to Blade Flurry, he's just going to clear the board as much as possible. He's going to try to get out of lethal range. It's going to be kind of weird. Okay, so this is basically lethal if the Druid had the combo pieces, but the Druid does not have the combo pieces. So Sorath will live on in this game. Oh, he's even gonna Abyss. Okay, so he's gonna deny any possibility for combo, even though there is none. But that's good, that's good. Gotta swarm for that. So, Ancient of Lore. Probably Dr. Broom turn, considering Ancient Lore trades fairly badly with the current board. I would lean more towards Dr. Boom. But maybe he feels comfortable at 7 life, and he just needs more card draw, and then the Dr. Boom will be used more as a finisher when he actually draws some combo pieces, even if he has them in the deck. So starting with card draw, and he gets a Shredder maybe. Oh no, Innervate. Okay, so that's good. Innervate. Does that mean that he might Innervate out a 3-drop? I think that it's, ooh, wow. 2 Innervate, so probably using 1. Oh, it's just gonna Innervate at 5-drop. Alright. That's gonna deny any efficient trading for the Lotheb into the dude. Oh wow, he's gonna okay, okay, interesting. Now we notice Sorath only has 1 card left in the deck. The Druid has 7. So Sorath has to make some magic work. Like we said, he has double oil. Here we go with the Thanos. Alright, here we go. So this looks like it's gonna be a preparation for lethal and not necessarily a lethal turn. He's setting down a lot of minions. We might see him sap that. Okay. Rather a dangerous sap.
I'm ready to learn.
Considering it's most powerful when it's actually played on the board rather than when it's, on the board. So an interesting sap, but definitely nice to develop his own board with the little guys. And if we don't see this, okay, so the Azure Drake could. I think we've seen both swipes, to be honest. But you never know. We're not going to rule out a second swipe coming into hand. We're just going to leave the possibilities way open there. An Ekstrom probably feeling a little scared. It's not going to... Ooh, okay, a Shade. So he's probably going to hero power down the Thanos, and that's going to give fatigue to Sorath. Even going to take some fatigue damage.
I'm out of cards.
And the second sap, so here we go. He has to make magic happen here. He has to prep, and he has all the cards that he could possibly use. And here we go.
I'm ready to
The Sharp Sword Oil has to land on something that can attack. 50-50. He has to get lucky. He gets unlucky. And here goes the second Sharp Sword Oil. It's like a 20% chance. Wow, okay. Is it still able to make magic happen here, maybe? He's gonna go with Blade Flurry, clear the whole board. He's gonna fill the hell out of his board. And chooses to sap rather than just kill it. So he's 1 damage off lethal. Okay. Alright. The Druid can heal, but that's not gonna work. Can taunt. That's probably not gonna work. Probably has to go with an Azure Drake swipe, but he probably knows better than I do whether he has a second swipe in there. I have no idea. We'll let him figure it out. We'll have just fun watching the plays.
What to do?
The taunt obviously is not gonna work. If he taunts, I think the only play, maybe he could try to get a lucky mind control tech with a heal. If he steals the 7 power guy, that means that there is, okay, 6, there's 8 damage on the field. This guy heals for 5, so he's still dead. The only play that he can possibly do is Azure Drake swipe. That's the only way he stays alive. He's gonna go with, okay. So it looks like there's no combo pieces in this. He just has a hell of a lot of taunts. He's gonna kill himself right there. Nice. So Sorath takes game 1. There we go in the game. We were gonna take a quick look at the brackets, but these guys are just loading up too fast anyway. And we'll be able to get the final score of this match when they're actually finished. And they're using the exact same decks. That's kind of what this tournament is designed to do. It's designed to create a deck association with these players. So Sorath is choosing to associate himself most with this rogue, and Ekstrom is choosing to associate himself most with this non-combo druid, heavy tech, heavy mind control, Kazan Mystic. No Harrison in here, so that's cool. Sorath has a fairly decent start as a 7 agent coin, but so does Ekstrom with a lot of growth. He has a nice, maybe he's just going to throw out Naked Kazang as his 4-drop, and then maybe save his Shade for a little bit later.
The light does not discriminate.
Yep, Naked Kazan, and that leaves the Shade for maybe a little safer play, maybe after he's seen 1 Blade Flurry or 1 Fan of Knives. And Sorath could go for SI7 agent with various combos through... Okay, so he might like coin, Deadly Poison, SI7 agent. That would allow him to SI7 agent the face and probably attack his weapon into the minion. Looks like he's just gonna Deadly Poison and that's it, but the Harrison Jones might just deny that, and that's a really nice draw. We didn't exactly see that last game. It was in the bottom of the deck last game, so Ekstrom got fairly unlucky by not drawing that. Now here comes Sorath with the probably Violet Teacher. he probably has to find a way to kill the Harrison Jones before safely throwing down the Violet Teacher. He's gonna just throw down Azure Drake. Trades decently with the board. Okay, he could. Looks like he's gonna go with the backstab prep Phantom Knives, which is solid. Overkill by a little bit, but no big deal. The Azure Drake is very important to keep alive. And Ekstrom's probably going to be forced to swipe here. Never want to keep one of those bad girls alive, those Azure Drakes, naughty naughty. Now does he go with an Innervate combo after this? Innervate Keeper to face or Innervate Shade? I think Innervate Shade's solid. He wastes 1 mana, but not a big deal. You get to start growing early. And Sorath has nothing to answer it. He's already used his Phantom Knives at 2 damage with the chick. I mean the dragon. Probably not even chick. I don't know. No Blade Flurry just yet. Dr. Boom on 7. Very, very nice. Top decking and Ruckin. Trades the Shade immediately, so playing heavy board control. There's the second prep for Sorath. Maybe looking to sap, but sapping Dr. Boom is not always the funnest thing to do, considering the Boombots are essentially the problem of the imbalance of Dr. Boom. Rather strange turn. Looks like he wants to prep out a sap. Not. And. Oh, is he gonna. Okay, it looked like he almost sapped a Boombot, but that's cool. So he's gonna actually kill the Boombots.
This guy's toast.
This could potentially kill the SI7 agent. And it goes for a face for 3, so the Boombots essentially did 6 damage to face, which is, you know, kind of sad, even considering it's just back in the hand to do some more Reckon next turn. And yep, there it is. Now Sorath is running rather low on cards. And able to develop the Violet Teacher.
Pay attention, class.
Now, here goes the SI7 agent to face. And looks like he wants to do a lot of trading. But he's just going to start with the face, and then let Ekstrom do some trading of his own. Probably going to trade into the Violet Teacher. Boombots are going to start doing their dirty work. Keeper's going to go finish off the Violet Teacher. Now how does... Okay, Boombots do some nice work there. So Sorath has lived through 4 Boombots, and down to 14 life. We know that there's no combo in this deck. So Sorath is safe for now, but... Does he have to... I don't know what he should do. He is just kind of up shit's creek here. He can't card draw. He can't answer the board. Looks like Sap's going to start him off. And does that mean that oil is just going to be used to finish off the Dr. Boom? Looks like that's the play. So he's down to 1 card. The Druid has a nice card advantage. Board advantage, obviously, after this turn. Double Sension along with the Hero Power. Oh. Maybe a Wild Growth. I'm not sure. Yep, okay, Wild Growth. Job's done. Second Keeper, so we know there's no Edwin, so the Keeper has done some good work with actually doing the 2 damage, but here we go with the Lotheb. And does he do a Blade Flurry and then probably Weapon Up Attack to kill 1 guy? That's gonna put him down to 9 life. Sorath probably knows that there's no combo. He's just gonna kill the Lotheb with the Keeper of the Grove.
I must safeguard
and develop a Sylvanas, so he has a nice board, and it's not lethal necessarily. He only has 7. Okay, so it's 1-1, tied everything up. We'll take a quick look at the brackets. So far the brackets are rather rather tied up. Let's take a look here. And then we'll get the next opponent up. Let's actually grab Chicken. Chicken will be the next. And then since we looked at the brackets, let's go a quick commercial break with music and such. Okay, we got Chicken versus Extreme. This is basically Extreme's last opponent for the night. We do not have email support playing tonight. He is going to have to reschedule his group stages to the 27th, so we're going to ask all these players very nicely to go ahead and do one battle with email support on the 27th. But for right now, we have Chicken versus Extreme. Hold on a sec. We can't see Chicken's hand. We'll let him know. And we'll get this fixed right up. So that means that we have to reload the UI and such. And hopefully this doesn't distract Chicken from his actual game. We want him to stay focused and play the best of his ability. But hopefully it allows us to at least watch what his best ability is. So hold on tight and we'll get right back up. Okay, we're going to reload this so that we get the action just right away. Ooh, and we see it. Okay, so we're gonna follow Extreme. That's the main dude that's playing right now. He's played 3 games in a row and he'll finish up. And there we go. Get it. Okay, so it looks like he's playing a... Oh, no. Spectator mode. That's an error that we've gotten before. We'll try to work through it a bit. So let's reload this one more time. We might have to, we'll just follow from Chicken's point of view. This doesn't really matter. We'll load this up as Chicken. Now if it gives us an error, that means that we can't watch. Okay, sweet, so we have to cast this from one side of the thing, which is cool. We're just going to let him know, just to focus on the game. His client is bugged, but not a big deal. We're just going to perspective this from one side of the view, which is going to be hella fun. We do see a life tap on turn 3 and turn 2 from Chicken. Now, here we go. That Drake is doing a lot of work. It's obviously innervated, coined out. Here we go, turn 4 for the Hand the Warlock. Let's see what kind of monsters he actually throws at us. Twilight Drake, nice safe one. Now we see a Keeper in the Grove in the hand, so it's probably going to die. So the Keeper is just going to come out and basically do 6 damage to it. He's probably going to trade a Shredder in. Yep, nice, solid. Nice. And he gets a Pirate. A nice 2-3 Pirate. Standard. I would say pretty nice considering you don't need a 3-2 just essentially to do a shit ton of damage. You just kind of want to build up your board and eventually get lethal, but considering this Druid does not... Ooh, okay, so a Hellfire. Mortal Coil? Okay. And is he doing it? Okay, wow, another Mortal Coil. So he's cycling like a madman. That means turn 6 is going to be really powerful for him, hopefully. BGH for Extreme, so that's going to be hella helpful. Ascension does come down, and a magical 14 life. Even though it's not even relevant, we know Extreme is not running combo whatsoever, so... Now we need to make sure that Chicken is running the same deck that he submitted to us, so let's make sure that every card that pops out is... Yeah, it looks solid. Every card is rather relevant. Now, here we go with the BGH, even though it's not necessarily a threat, considering he has he's protected by a taunt. It's gonna start with the Wrath for 1. BGH the Molten, and that's the first giant that's come out, so I'm guessing only one BGH is actually run in Extreme's deck, so hopefully next giants that come out are going to be huge power players, huge playmakers. There we go. The next guy is a Twilight Drake, but the second keeper's in hand. And that's very, very sad. Chicken is going to be kind of sad about that. So here goes the keeper. Probably going to throw his Senjin into it. And maybe develop another Senjin. Oh, he's going to throw his face into it, and it looks like he's just going to pass the turn. Nice. Now, does he kill the defender? I think killing defender's nice. That could potentially lay like a power overwhelming Shadow Flame target, but you know, whatever floats Extrem's boat. And he decides to say, "Fuck it! I've already killed one Molten. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I'm just gonna kill you now." Now, Chicken probably can fight back a little bit. We saw one Hellfire. Probably need to see a Shadow Flame here soon. We've seen one Taunt Giver. This is the first Taunt Giver that we've seen. We've seen both Drakes, one Mullen. We need to see a Mountain Giant here soon. We haven't seen any heal bots, so we could be duping us with some heal bots. There's the heal bot, okay.
Shields up.
He's gonna actually shield that up. He doesn't know that the combo is not run in this deck, but he's playing it nice and safe. I think he would be dead anyway if the combo is in here, so, and this is turn 9. Considering, yeah, he would have been dead. But, no worries, this game will pursue on. And looks like a huge minion wants to come down for Extrem. TXRM. Probably just hero power the face while killing the anti-kill bot with his BGH. Actually, okay, gonna keep his BGH alive. Do a lot of work towards face. Now, I'm guessing that this is the Siphon Soul as target of them all. So, shall we see a Siphon Soul, or shall we see a... I don't know what we could see. Oh, just... Okay, so he's gonna just shield up, taunt up, double taunt up, and hopefully Chicken can pull himself out of this kind of a hole that we're seeing him in. He's gotten both his Drakes answered by Silence, and his one Giant answered by BGH, so that's like the worst possible situation for a Hand Warlock. Here we go with the Wild Growth. So the cycle is real. It's on Mystic, no value just yet. Rather interesting trade there. Let me check about that. Did he just... Yeah, that's a misplay. His guy took 1 extra damage. This could be a 5-7 rather than a 5-6. He just took 1 extra damage to his dude. But, you know, no big deal. He's far enough ahead, and Dr. Boom is surely gonna put this game in the bag for him eventually. Yeah, slight misplay from Extreme, but no big deal. Let's see if Chicken can actually work with that misplay to his advantage. Okay, so his BGH over itself. And as we said before, this guy could be a 5-5 right now, but he's a 5-4 because of a slight misplay. But no big deal. We're not going to stress it. We're not going to mention it anymore. Now, Chicken's going to go for a Shadow Flame. Probably going to lose his board and take only 2 damage, so that's not too bad. My control tech, rather useless. Now, do we see a charge, maybe? Naked Harrison, along with a charge, maybe? Come down to 3. Yep, that's what we go for. Alright, does that mean Chicken is up Shit's Creek? He's able to heal bot. He's off lethal by 2. He's probably able to taunt, activate his watch. Okay, so he heals twice. He hasn't been able to taunt or tap much this game, so he's kind of low on cards, obviously. The Druid's cycled more than a Hand Warlock. Actually, no, the Hand Warlock's still cycled more. Okay. So notice how Harrison Jones is played and without Draxus. So hopefully Draxus will come out to save Chicken's little rear right here, so he doesn't get toasted by this TX run. And how does he vote to trade? He Might just go for all for face considering he has a comfortable lifestyle, or a comfortable life total. Oh, looks like he's going to do some trading, keep his dudes alive. Okay, interesting. Okay. So he chose to kill one 3-3 but leave the other one alive. Okay. That's fun. So Chicken's forced to life tap here. And he gives up. Nice. So, quick commercial break. These guys are going to fight one more time. They fight twice, and then they accumulate points. Whoever gets the top 3 points in the group will move on. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is Game 2 versus Chicken versus Extreme. These guys are into Group 1, which is going to be played out tonight. How this group works is every player plays each other players twice with the exact same deck. This is a one deck only type tournament. This is the main tournament. And whoever has the 3 players out of each group, there's 5 players in each group, will move out of the group, move into a double elimination bracket. The double elimination bracket will be essentially a best of 3 style to advance and beat your opponent. And then those top 3 players that progress out of best of 3 will win cash. And let's make Chicken was bugged last game with the spectator mode. His client is a little bit shot, but looks like he's bugged again this game, but not a big deal. We'll just have fun watching it from a one-player perspective. He's able to tap once. Extreme hasn't innervate. No wild growth just yet, so not insane. A good start, but not insane. Here we go, coin life tap. Shudder? No, I'll just... Okay, so he has no 3 drops, so he's going to save the coin to even out his curve, so nice. And here we go, Chicken is able to tap once more. And hopefully his 4 drop won't be killed immediately like it was last game. Okay, so yep, the coins evening out that curve and smacking face, and here we go. The first threat from Chicken will arrive. And there is no answer for it just yet. It's gonna do a lot of work. Okay, good. I was thinking he might top deck, but luckily he does not top deck. This engine will trade very well to start off, unless he has a Mortal Coil. Mortal Coil will be a pain in the ass, but very good for Chicken. Hopefully Bakity Bak can make it back this engine. Ooh, Hellfire. I would say below average. I don't think a druid gives a shit about armor, considering a hand warlock will just wreck his face eventually later in the game. I think the armor is rather irrelevant, and Extreme would probably want maybe a 3-attack minion, considering the Drake is down to 3 life. But, you know, Wrath will take care of that. Shade is nice even out the curve. So, all good in the hood for Extreme, but shitty drops from the Shredders. Down to 10 life already, wow. Damn, 10 life. That Hellfire did serious work. And all the Shredder attacks too, dude. Wow. Okay. So Chicken... Hopefully Chicken can take this game, but... Looks like he just has some shoddy luck. Hopefully he can get some huge taunts. This is, you know, where the handwalk kind of speaks in... Or, you know... peaks in power, at least. That's what I was trying to say. Peaks in power.
I wonder.
Definitely trying to figure this turn out. Now, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot see Chicken's hand because he is running. He has something with his client is bugged. We've had this happen with one other competitor. I'll just show you the bug. This is the error that we get. So, Mountain Giant's able to come down for 4 mana. And does he taunt? Yeah, he does taunt that. Now, there's no BGH, so hopefully this will do some serious work unless... Oh my god, he top decks the BGH. Wow, okay. So Chicken's rather sad. Extreme has had nice answers so far. He's going to get his opponent down to 5, it looks like. The shade is revealed, so I don't know. Probably second Hellfire, but that's kind of too dangerous on your own life. Chicken hopefully knows that there's no combo in this deck after last game. But there is a shit ton of minions that Yak has to work with.
I wonder.
And he goes with another Watcher, probably an... Okay, a Zombie Chow. Now, will we see an Argus? He has to taunt or heal or he's dead. Looks like he wants to throw down maybe a Farseer. Doesn't have 5 mana for a heal bot.
My shield for Argus.
So Argus is gonna help out here. Chicken's gonna eliminate the BGH. Alright. Wild Growth arriving a little bit late, probably a dead draw until turn 10. The lore is kind of nice, but he might just do a... Yeah, it looks like the lore's gonna be the play. Harrison Jones, that's nice. Last game it was played naked, but we never even get to saw the Jiraxis. So the Shade will probably die here to like a Mortal Coil or a trade. Hopefully we see a Mortal Coil just to be as efficient as possible. Looks like Chicken probably has some nice answers. Maybe Siphon Soul? Maybe that's a Siphon Soul? That would be nice. Yeah, okay, cool. You get that this time. Well, he knows Dr. Boom's in there. He knows the Ancient of War is in there, so he has to be kind of hesitant about using that. Looks like Dr. Boom's going to be the play. Hopefully Chicken has a BGH like he did last game for it, to be able to survive a little bit longer. Alright, here we go. Chicken, come back to me, brother. You can bok all your way to the top if you take this game. So far we've seen ties all night. Everyone has been going 1-1 against their opponent. So hopefully this game kind of goes in the same direction. Extreme is already up by 1. The Molten Giant's a great start to that comeback. Is he forced to Shadow Flame the Molten? Hopefully not. He has plenty of mana to do whatever he's thinking about. Healbot's really nice. Gets him way up there in life. Looks like he's just gonna attack face. Maybe do a life tap. So he trades in. Oh, okay, so he's gonna Shadow Flame his own Watcher. That's nice. That's slick. Wow, Boombots both hit for 4, so that sucks. But at least the Molten Giant will stay alive for a bit. It's gonna probably trade into this lore. Those Boombots, god damn. Ooh, wow. Big hitters come down in the Ancient of War. So Extreme is up to 12 armor. That's, you know, kind of convenient. He didn't get that from purely hero powers. Notice how it's only turn 9. He got that from an armor smith that dropped off a shredder. In case anyone's just joining us. Dr. Boom will probably set Chicken in the right path. He does not want to tap. Notice how he had 3 mana and he did not tap, which is rather interesting. That means that he's scared of the combo.
Where shall I strike?
He's gonna charge for him. Wow. Okay. He's gonna swipe it down. Alright. That means the 12 armor will start disappearing, but you know, who gives a shit about armor if you're a druid? Now here we go. Chicken has had all of his huge minions answered so far. He finally chooses a tap. Throws down another Molten, and hopefully this one will stay alive for quite a while. Ooh, a Slush Belcher. Okay, so no lethal even if the combo is in hand, but we know that no combo even exists in this deck, but Azure Drake's Swipe could go down. That's going to be hella nice. Here we go with the Ancient of War, probably. It's going to start with some card draw. Ancient of War could just die to the Molten Giant in like a Dark Bomb or something. Or maybe to like a Silence.
What to do?
If you silence an Ancient of War, it just turns into a 5/5. So that's why I mention it here. The Silence basically deals 5 damage to it. There we go with a Spell Power Swipe, which is hella strong. Now Extreme just passes over. 10 mana to work with, 3 cards. He could tap for 4, but ooh, nice Jiraxis. Here we go. Nice, nice, nice. Now we have a game. We know that this druid has no burst, and if these Infernals start rolling out, this is big. This is big. Looks like the Wrath will just kill the Molten Giant, probably. can even develop a war behind the Wrath. So here we go. The war's probably gonna hit. That's gonna stop the Infernals in their tracks for quite a long time. Actually, just 2 turns, actually, but you know. It's relevant. Those 2 turns, big deal. Big deal, boys. Chicken, what is it gonna go for? Probably an Infernal. That's standard once he had Draxus. Now he has 1 taunt up, so he's safe. Ooh, Sylvanas, that's sexy. That's nice. Okay. So, War could be stolen or whatever else he wants to develop. Keeper of the Grove will just take care of the Sylvanas. Notice how she's golden. We have to notice how Sylvanas is golden. That's very important. That gives her better RNG in the, you know, when she's actually not silenced and actually stealing something. Keeper of the Grove, here we go, here we go. Now, force to trade after maybe Druid of the Claw. Okay, so I thought he might do like a Shade, your power, but he's just gonna do, oh wow. He's just gonna kill the Sylvanas. Oh, whoa, go to face maybe? Okay, okay. We'll let him do the work. We're just here to watch. We're just here to spectate. We're just here to have fun. He does the work of thinking and all that stuff. Alright, so Chicken, able to respond probably with another Infernal. Kind of dangerous on board. He could kill the War, but that's still 6 damage on board. Oh, Shadow Flame. That's perfect. That's really nice. That's really nice. I'm gonna answer Godmass Stay because his question is very important. We'll just answer him the 28th. Okay, we answered his question hopefully, and if he has any more, he can definitely hit me up right here. I'll just take care of whatever he needs. I'm his servant and his slave. Oh, Harrison Jones, here we go! That's gonna draw 6 cards. It's gonna almost over... Ooh, yeah, it's gonna overdraw. Okay. Is he gonna burn 1 card? Okay, he does not burn a card. Wow, okay, okay, so this is Fatigue. Oh wow, Chicken still has 8 cards. This is looking quite desperate for extra. This should be a lot of fun. The Shade will probably grow up a little bit, but there's no direct damage besides like a swipe and Keeper of the Grove in this deck. I mean, there's no combo, there's no... Sylvanas will probably do a shit ton of work, but the Infernals are just there, dude. They're just there to whack. So Keeper of the Grove's gonna do some damage down to 7 life, but Chicken probably has 1 more heal bot, probably. Infernal, standard play. And no more weapon, but looks like he's gonna do a Farseer. Nice, nice, nice. Owl? Ooh, perfect. Throw your Sylvanas in there maybe. Or throw an Infernal in there, keep it alive. And here's what Draxus' late game. Draxus has been alive, or on the board at least, maybe for 3 or 4 turns, I'd say. We see two Infernals down, but you know, 1 has died already, so I'd say 3 or 4. I haven't been counting very much. I've just been having fun. PGH comes down. He knows that there's no more Dr. Boom. He killed that earlier. So here we go. Lethal is on board for Chicken. He has to do a lot of work here. He could throw down double taunt, and then later on he could heal. Oh wow, is it gonna take 6? He's gonna go with the mind control tech. This could be big. Everything. Oh, he gets the best target possible. But everything on the board is really juicy anyway. So, you know, not taking a bad trade there. But everything on the board is nice, and he's able to mind control tech an Infernal and set up a nice board. Now it looks like Chicken is kind of on the back foot here. Hopefully, Ekstrom can get past this Draxus with his Infernals. The Druid is taking a lot of fatigue here. Draxus, Chicken's Draxus still has 6 cards in his deck. A swipe would be lethal, but we know Ekstrom doesn't have it. Does he go for a taunt? No, he does not go for a taunt. That last card, who knows what that last card is? Just gonna... Ooh, wow, going straight for face, realizing that trading with Infernal is not the best bet, considering no one will just keep coming out every turn. Healing up, okay, okay. Now he's gonna force Chicken to do the trading. Gonna innervate out a hero power? Okay. Going down to 3. That means that any minion on the board currently could potentially just kill him. Chicken has his next 2 cards. 5 cards still left in the deck, so fatigue damage is very far away. We've seen plenty of heals, plenty of taunts, but hopefully Chicken has something left up his sleeve still. Those 2 cards, whatever they are, they're crucial here. Drax is thinking how he should destroy him, but yet he's kind of almost dead himself.
How shall I destroy you?
Okay, he's gonna start trading. Now, he has to get kind of creative. Looks like he might... Maybe that's like a Siphon Solar or something. Maybe it's a... I don't know. He needs something. Ah, dang it. Ekstrom's just gonna take it. Alright, so Ekstrom actually won 2 games. And that's gonna put him nice as the winner. We'll take a look at the brackets real fast while we load up the next game. So here are the brackets. As you can see, Ekstrom has fought a lot, and we'll get Sorath is going to be the next guy to start fighting. Let's get Sorath. Koroneko versus Sorath, that took a little bit longer than expected. Sorath was like grabbing food or something, and I thought he was there, but alright, cool. So we got Sorath's Oil Rogue versus Koroneko's Priest that we saw earlier. Remember, this is a 1-deck type thing, so we have seen both decks before. Koroneko is running a standard priesty thing. I don't know why we can't. Go spectator mode. Are you sure you want to? I want to spectate both players, please. Thank you. I guess we'll just have to reload this. Wait, give me Sorath. Thank you very much, and then give me Koroneko just after. Okay. Koroneko. Come on. Alright, anyway, so looks like Koroneko was able to do an Injured Blade Master with Coin and Circle of Healing, so hella in front right now. Usually rogues try to sap that type of stuff, but not able to sap it. Looks like we have to reload this once again. So we're just gonna go to Koroneko's perspective actually, and then load up Sorath. So we got some nice buggy client issues tonight, so this should be fun. Yep, there we go, and then let's see if we can get Sorath in here. Go, buddy. Wait for it. Maybe not. Oh well, so it looks like this might be one of those... Oh my god. Alright, yeah, this is going to be one of those one-turn perspectives again. But it looks like Koroneko's off to a great start. Both Injured Blade Masters out, healed up, drawing cards, doing priesty things, so... Gonna even buff the shit out of her Cleric as well, so... Nice! Super start from Koroneko. And hopefully Sorath can respond to this. So starting with the Thalnos, and that does hopefully set up to a nice prep Blade Flurry, any type of shenanigans. So here we go. It's gonna put the Blade Flurry up to 4 damage. Prep. Okay, nice. Phantom Knives too. Okay, then maybe Blade Flurry? Okay, so just weapon attack, and then a Blade Flurry. Okay, interesting. Okay, cool. That works, yeah. Sorath is able to clear the board after Koroneko's insane start. Koroneko is just forced to
Pay attention, class.
heal up. Now, the Cabal could go down on Thalnos next turn. And then that does follow up with a nice Dr. Boom. But, you know, Violet Teacher just kind of priority. But Cabal on a Thalnos is definitely worthwhile play. Deny the card draw and give card draw to yourself. Okay, so Sorath is not starting with any spells. Looks like he just wants to do maybe an Abyss here. Oh, backstab, okay. So, burst spell comes out, first teacher minion does hit. And maybe Sorath does throw the Violet Teacher into the Cabal. No, just go for face. Okay, so that leaves Koroneko with some options. I would probably say Holy Nova is among those options, maybe with a Thaunos, or I mean with a Pyromancer, but we may not have to go that extreme. Koroneko with plenty of options here, to be honest. Okay, so it just goes with the Dr. Boom and attacks face. And so it's gonna let Sorath do the trading for him. Now Sorath probably has some really solid trades, considering the spell damage is on board, plus a Violet Teacher, so we're gonna start with a sap. That's kind of sad. The Boombots are gonna stay do some work, probably. Now
This guy's tough.
SI7 agent to kill the Cabal.
No.
And that probably means a Holy Nova Pyromancer's next turn, considering... Oh, does this say Violet Teacher? Okay, just straight up kills the SI7 agent. So here, ooh, Shadow Madness. That could be... the Violet Teacher's 1 health too high to use it on the Shadow... or Violet Teacher. He could Shadow Madness, kill both Drake and the Violet Teacher, but almost not quite there. Ooh, you could do a Pyromancer and then a Shadow Madness. That would be really priesty creative. That would clear the whole board and leave him with a Pyromancer. Yeah, and then he could have 2 mana to heal the Pyromancer or his face, whatever he wants. So here we go. Nice. Priesty is doing work right here. And here we go. Whole board is dead. Except for Koroneko's side, obviously, you know. He's the one making the moves. Healing the Pyromancer. Okay, so that means the weapon attack won't kill it. And Sorath is left with 2 cards. Not exactly where you want to be as a rogue. Hopefully the sprint will come soon. Forced to, I guess, just attack and weapon up. Turn 9. Alright there, buddy. Now, let's try one more time to see his hand. Sorath. Okay. I guess it assumes that I can see his hand, but I can't actually see his hand. How about we'll just stick like this. This is fine. I was thinking about reloading it, again, Sorath's perspective, and then trying to get Koroneko's as a second, but we'll just stay as this. This is fine. We'll deal with it. Next game we'll try to fix this as a total. But yeah, Koroneko looking in a great spot right here. Generally, priests don't have the best matchup against an oil rogue. One fine gentleman known as Nooblord once told me that the matchup there is around a 40% chance for the priest to actually win. But ooh, Sorath is gonna actually bow out, and Koroneko takes the first game. So bravo. They will just fight again with the exact same deck. Sorath is down 1 game to Koroneko. They are fighting twice, and let's see if we can get his hand. Okay, so it assumes that we can see the hand. So, while in the beginning of the game, we're just gonna try to reload this. First time, let's go with Sorath. And then we'll get Koroneko, hopefully. And if it doesn't work, that means we'll watch Koroneko 1 game, and then we'll watch Sorath the next game. Okay, so he's got some nice stuff here. Nice low drops. And let's see if we can get Koroneko, see if we can get lucky. Come on, come on. 1, 2, 3, go!
Is someone injured?
Come on, please work. Please work. Okay, I guess we're just out of luck. No worries. Oh, has invited you to be a spectator. Click. Okay, weird. Alright, so we can only watch this from one's perspective, which is cool. We can deal with it. Alright, so Sorath can't kill this cleric with a deadly poison. Bag. I don't know what. Korath is Japanese, so, or I mean, Koroneko is Japanese, so doesn't exactly.
I must consider.
Yep, so we have a bug, as Koroneko obviously shot. Now what we might do if this gets interesting, like whoever has the biggest hand here coming late game, we'll watch their hand. What we'll do is we'll reload and watch their hand. Since we can only watch one hand. And that will give us the most information about the game. But right now we'll just stick with Sorath. That'll be fun. Okay, so generally you always want to sap those targets that get Circle of Healing, especially Blade Masters, but he doesn't have that luxury. It looks like he just developed SS780.
This guy's toast.
And this is the same really crappy start that Sorath had last game, and really strong start that Koroneko had, so I don't know. Okay, so why didn't Naru? Ooh, wow. Okay, that's gonna be really powerful. Nice 3-2. Back up to 7 life. Jeez. Sorath is just not running the most lucky, you know, Hearthstone game right here. Okay, so he doesn't. A prep would be lovely. He could prep sprint, but that's just not in his stars right now. Tinker Sharp Soul Oil would be almost terrible. You know, you lose the combo effect, you lose the second durability effect, and you're just like, wow. But, so we might see him just dagger up, or attack dagger up, or we might see him cycle. Oh, okay. He's gonna kill the Light Warden, it looks like. Oh, what? Shouldn't he have just daggered up so he... Okay. He's going to Blade Flurry. Rather interesting. A shitty situation. Hopefully... Okay, wow. Zombie Chow's good. Blade Flurry was just used, so hopefully Zombie Chow will stay alive for a bit. There's the sap a little late, but you know, hopefully we'll still do some work. Sables. Ooh, there's the prep. Okay, so he can sap the guy and prep for the next turn, and hopefully get back into this game. Because right now Koroneko is just running circles around this guy. Oh wow, did you guys see that? We were actually able to see the injured Blade Master. Okay, so backstab is not useful here. Everything is damaged. Prep sprint's gonna have to be played. Dagger up as well, so he's able to do deadly poison stuff next turn. Probably gonna do backstab considering the priest will probably heal. Ooh, denied. Not too big of a deal, there's no weapon enhancement, but still giving Koroneko 2 draws and wasting Sorath's 2 mana. Now his turn is a little bit more awkward. He could sprint, he could dagger up and Lotheb, he has options, but you know, he needed that weapon. I don't know what he would have used it for, he doesn't have too many good targets, but probably kill Zombie Chow in my opinion. So he's gonna dagger up and Lotheb, that's gonna set up a nice deadly poison next turn, probably on the Zombie Chow.
Embrace the void.
Ooh, okay, so here we go. Wow, that hurts. Wow, that's lethal! Wow, Koroneko, nice! Koroneko just beat him 2 games in a row. Bravo. So cool. Well, okay, these guys are loading into their next game here shortly, and we'll take a quick look at the bracket while we get this set up. So it's going to be Sorath versus Chicken, and hopefully this will be a nice fun match. So far, Sorath is looking a little bit down, Chicken is also looking a little bit down, so this is kind of, hopefully these guys can pull this out. And let's get Chicken up on the board. Chicken was the gentleman earlier that we were not able to spectate because he has some issues with this client. We got the little error in front of us, so we'll probably have that same thing happen here. We had that little... Oh, we got it! Nice! Okay, so we actually see both sides of the game this time, which is, you know, a rarity so far. So far tonight, at least. Alright, ooh, okay, so... Drax is a little bit too soon, Mountain Giant a little bit too soon, but ooh, there's the Twilight Drake, and there's the Mountain Giant. And this is gonna be big. The Rogue doesn't have anything like a sap, or... Abyss is nice as a big answer, but usually you want to get like a spell power or backstab Abyss. That's like the ultimate answer for a giant. Double tap. Now what big threat does Chicken want to play first? Sorath, probably not going to see a silence. Oil rogues don't run silences, so I vote we're probably going to see the Drake that will eat up a lot of the removal, and then the Giant will come back down later to actually do the actual damage. So I vote with Drake, who's with me. He disagrees, he goes with Mount Giant, so Sorath, or Chicken is not with me, he just goes for a Giant. I guess more stable play. Now Sorath, as far as answers, he does have an Abyss, but nothing else to really support that. Is Chicken stuck, or did we log out? He should be passing the turn after that. There's nothing else in his hand, so pass the turn, please. Okay, we'll wait about 5 more seconds, then we'll reload this, considering we might be glitched. Okay, so, oh, there he goes. He passes the turn a little bit late, so we're not glitched. And we got a fish out of the recombobulator. We got a fish, nice. Okay.
Pay attention, class.
So it looks like a prep prep sap. Okay, that works too. Is that gonna kill a card? That's not gonna kill the Giant.
To learn.
It's gonna, that might burn a card. We'll see if that actually burns a card. Oh wow, he's lucky. Nice, it didn't burn it. So here we go with a Mountain Giant and, or I mean Mountain Giant and the Ancient Watcher, just to make sure the sap doesn't burn another, or potentially burn a card. So it's nice. Sorath, I mean Chicken's definitely working his angles here. Now Sorath, able to do a lot of spells probably here, or it looks like he just wants to do a Shredder and maybe a Coin Abyss. I think Coin Abyss would be really, really nice. It would set up the Mountain Giant to basically die to whatever he trades into, and that would get a lot of little minions on the board. But Sorath disagrees, he's just gonna pass. That's okay. Now Chicken could do like a Silence Hellfire type thing here, or even like a Silent Shadow Flame type thing to keep his owl alive. But that would leave the teacher alive with 1 health, so kind of weird. So some awkward opponents. Looks like he's just gonna start turn this thing in. Yeah, that's probably really solid. Oh, he's gonna silence that guy. Ooh, wow. Chicken's playing this really smart, and he Shadow Flames his own owl. That's hella smart. Now, I was mentioning how the Loot Hoarder is probably very lucky for a, you know, an Oil Rogue to get. They love that card cycle, so that was nice. Sadly, it got Shadow Flamed, but here we go. Probably below the points of this. Now Chicken has plenty of minions to play. Looks like he wants to do a Twilight Drake, maybe a Farseer, just to heal his...
My eyes are open.
Okay, so he heals his own face. I was thinking he might heal the dude, but the dude, if he did heal, I mean, the Ancient Watcher would just die. So Sap, not too relevant. Probably not gonna be played. Maybe just double Phantom Knives. Down a little bit late. You could have been played earlier. So he's forced to sap the Azure Drake. That's the second sap gone away, and none of the sap targets have been taunted up. So he's out of saps. The handlock is at 18 life, so plenty of life and time to work with for Chicken. Chicken's probably going to throw down, I would guess, the Azure Drake. But you know, he has so many options that it's really hard to even tell. Sylvanas looks nice. Ancient Watcher. Okay, so here we go with the Hellfire. That's gonna put him down to 5 life. And... okay, that works. Thinking a little bit there about how we should have ordered that, considering, you know, Twilight Drake gains health from cards, but I guess the Hellfire would have damaged it anyway, so we probably played that correctly. Now, Sorath has to deal with a 4-7 on the board, and he used both his saps. So he's going to start with a heal. Looks like an SI7
This
agent.
guy's toast.
Thanos or Dagger? Looks like it's Dagger. Now Chicken can do like a taunt while here. He doesn't even need a taunt at this moment just yet. He has a Sludge Belcher. And Zorath is just trading into the minions. A big Blade Flurry would be nice, but doesn't have that luxury. Maybe a sprint is in. Sprint would be nice. Looks like a spell powered band of knives. So the Drake's gonna die. Probably the Sludge Belcher as well. Ooh, Blade Flurry, okay. Ooh, okay, so it looks like he's using his Hagai to essentially keep alive his SI7 agent. Gonna trade that into the slime. It looks like he's trying to set up lethal. He basically has 7 on board with plenty of damage in the hand. Mortal Coil's gonna do the card draw. Looks like Savannah's taunt is gonna be the play. That's gonna be a big deal. Or just a Sludge Belcher, okay. Hopefully he doesn't overcommit to... Yeah, if he throws down this and the taunt, he's basically overcommitting to a Blade Flurry. I might just go with the tap. I think a tap would be safer. Siege is just a pass, so he essentially did not overcommit to a Blade Flurry. And it looks like he's trying to set up for Jiraxis here shortly. Just to get, you know, minions on board so he can taunt up his Infernals when they do hit. So Sprint does come out, gets a prep, so a little bit late on the prep. But he has plenty of cards to work with now. Deadly Poison's definitely a nice thing to juice up your Blade Flurry, but nothing like an oil just yet. Going to start with a backstab, kill the Sludge Belcher. Oh, whoa. Okay, so he's gonna do a 1 durability Blade Flurry. And do we see Jiraxis here? Yep, we do. Nice. So that means that the oil, the Blade Flurry is in hand, so does he have enough? He doesn't have a minion on board. And he already uses South Sea Deckhand. Astradrake's gonna help him cycle this out. Ooh, this. Okay. That could... This is probably gonna be held for lethal. Probably not gonna be used. And here we go. So, it's probably going to be Infernal Sylvanas taunt.
I have no time for games.
Yeah, and that's a big deal. The Blade Flurry is relevant. Okay. So, ooh, Tinker Sharp Soul Oil. Okay, so, oh, this is definitely a Blade Flurry turn. How, he can even, yeah, he has so much. The prep just opens up his options hugely. He gives them basically 3 mana. So he has basically like a 13 mana turn. So here we go. Looks like he's just gonna juice up his weapon. Probably even do a 2 damage Blade Flurry without even attacking. But that does give, if he does the Blade Flurry, that does give Sylvanas a chance to steal the Astradrake, which is juiced up to a 7/4. So he's trying to figure out how to do this. So we'll go with double Tinkers, get his weapon up to a 7. That's gonna put his opponent down to what, like 7 life?
I'm ready to learn.
Yeah, so he goes down to 7 life. And Chicken steals a juiced up. Oh damn it! All right, so Sorath's gonna take game 1. All right, here we are in game 2. This is Chicken versus Sorath. These guys get to fight twice with the exact same deck, and whoever comes out victorious will boost their match score in their selective groups, and whoever gets the top 3 players from the group will move on. The only player from this group that's not able to play tonight is email support. He is scheduled. He has to reschedule for the 27th, which is in 2 days. So hopefully most of these guys will come back in. battle email support. Looks like Chicken, we're having trouble seeing his hand, so while the game is early, we're gonna reload this. Sure. Yeah, we'll reload this real fast. They're just gonna be tapping and armoring, or I mean, weaponing up anyway, so we're gonna follow. Let's actually make sure we can see Chicken to start with. Okay, we got Chicken, and let's see if we can get Sora. We have running a lot of client issues tonight, a lot of bugs. So we might have to watch this from a one's perspective. But this will be nice just to see it from the handlock's perspective. And it looks like we can't see Sora's hand, so that's kind of sad.
Pay attention, class.
Chicken has a nice little curve here. He's gonna play out Mountain Giant, maybe coin out a Watcher. Yeah, coin out that Watcher, nice. That's gonna set him up for whatever Shadow Flame shenanigans he needs. He has that in hand. Okay, so Sora's gonna develop the hell out of his Violet Teacher, probably going with the Prep Sprint. And if he gets something like a Deadly Poison, we'll probably see them play that just to get the little guys on the field. Well, they're still possible. Considering, you know, the... Okay, so Backstab, wow. Now, does that mean that we'll see a Deadly Poison in addition to that? Yeah, we do.
I am ready to learn.
So, how does he... He's gonna hit his face into the Mountain Giant. Okay, wow. He actually kills it. Nice. Now here we go with Chicken. He could do probably Sludge Belchers looking really solid. That will damage the Violet. That will probably damage the Violet Teacher down to at least 4 life, considering he has to kill the slime in the first half. So we might see it damage down to 2. We don't know, but at least down to 4. So the Shadow Flame will do some damage on the Ancient.
I'm ready to learn.
Ancient Watcher. So here we go. Play Flurry for 3. Maxed out on little dudes, but the little dudes are probably just start trading the stuff. And that's sad. So Chicken was not able to damage the Violet Teacher just yet, but he is running double coil. Oh damn. Okay. So even the Ancient Watcher is dead. So maybe he's forced to Siphon Soul it. It's gonna leave 5 power still on the board, but the biggest threat of the rogue is essentially that Violet Teacher. There's no Edwin in this deck. It's like a Farseer, and that's gonna... Okay, so... Maybe he has to wait till a little bit later on to actually do a nice Shadow Flame. Probably going to do a... Okay, maybe a Drake? Or a Heal Bot, okay. Ooh, Mount. So, he's forced to do Heal Bot even before the Molten Giant. That should save him. I don't know if the rogue can burst this much, but we've been surprised before. Is he going for it? Let's just watch and see. We'll let him take it. So far on field, he has 8 damage plus his weapon, which is going to... Okay, so he's not going to go for lethal. He's just going to control the board, keep hitting the Warlock. Now, is the Warlock forced to basically Shadow Flame maybe a Drake here? He has to do Shadow Flame probably soon. Turn 9, he could Shadow Flame a Healbot. Turn 10, he could Shadow Flame... Okay, so... Yeah, he has to Shadow Flame a Drake, so sad times. The next turn, he could Shadow Flame his Healbot if he needs to. Sylvanas, hopefully soon enough. Down Knives just a cycle.
Ha, this guy's toast.
SS7 agent, just put pressure, and looks like he's gonna attack the face, put him down to 8. Now, Chicken does have Molten, does have Taunt, does have Heal, so we could probably see all 3 of those come out right here, right now. Yep, and he goes for it. Back up to 16 with a huge board. Now, Sorath is probably gonna end up sapping this Molten Giant. Wait, I don't think we've seen any saps, to be honest. Yeah, there it is. Sad times. But there is still one solid taunt on board. But might just be killed here. Okay. So, does that mean the Sludge Belcher maybe in combination, I don't know, with an owl just to get rid of the spell damage, but that doesn't look really too attractive.
I wonder.
So Chicken's trying to figure this out. I vote that he does a Sludge Belcher in combination.
Possibility.
I don't know. Oh, he's just gonna do a Mountain Giant. I think that's good. I like that. He doesn't tap or anything. He's just gonna leave himself at 16 life. And here we go, Sorath trying to rebuttal this. He has used one sap. He's used this. And here goes Lotheb. And that's gonna block out any Shadow Flame shenanigans, but hopefully Chicken has enough minions in his hand to essentially not worry about that too much. Oh, the second sap! Alright. So 2 saps down. One was hugely used on the taunt minion. Alright. So Sludge Belcher. Ooh, Draxus. I would say Molten, Sludge Belcher, and I guess you silence the spell damage. Looks like that's what he wants to do. That's gonna block out any of this for 5 to get rid of the first half of the Sludge Belcher. Now, Sorath. Starting with a Tinker Sharp Soul Oil. And it lands on the Drake again, so Drake is a huge threat. Backstab's gonna. Whoa, is this. That's lethal then. Wow, okay. Nice, Sorath goes up to 2 games. Alright, cool, so we got. Looks like we're going with a Hand Warlock, and let's make sure that these are the submitted decks that they gave us. We're going to check out Email Support's deck. Yep, he's going with a Handlock, and then Extreme is sporting the token, or yeah, the Super Taunt Druid. Cool. So no ramp just yet for Extreme. Email Support has a fairly decent hand. He has the Mountain Giant that will allow him to ramp out on nice turn 4, but right here on turn 2, he's going for a life tap. Now Extreme also has kind of a slow start, so right now, as we see it, we're probably going to give the advantage to Email Support, just given the Druid didn't get any ramp, and Email Support has 2 threats in his hand, basically. So Ryoko, this is going to be a threat on turn 4, and this one's a big threat on turn 4. So I'll show you when they actually get played.
Okay.
Can you
I'm
see?
still loading.
Oh, still loading? Okay, babe, sorry. Let me know when you can see the screen, and I'll try to coin you in on everything that's happening.
Okay.
Alright, so Email Support throws his Drake down on turn 4, so he's playing rather conservative, leaving his Giant to be played a little later. Extreme does have a silence for it, but he doesn't have a nice answer behind the silence, so the Drake probably just going to trade away right here. He doesn't necessarily need to go to face, so... Can you see the screen, babe?
No.
No? Okay, you're just humming.
Mm.
Okay, cool, that works. Alright, so Email Support on turn 4, considering he coined the Drake out, he's forced to go with the life tap and then play an Ancient Watcher. Then that will allow him to do a Giant next turn on turn 6. Now Extreme is able to develop an Azure Drake beyond that, just cycling. Notice how heavy taunt this druid is. He's got the Ancient of War in there, along with Sludge Belchers and Sensions. And he even named the deck Super Taunt, so he's sporting that a bit. Wealth comes down on turn 5, so I guess he didn't want to go with the Giant. He's gonna be playing that safe, and whoa, Ekstrom is going straight for face. Oh, I guess he doesn't really have any good trades anyway, so he has to go to face. Email support, turn 6. Now he could do a Giant, he could do a Drake, or he could activate his Watcher with the Argus. He might look to silence Sylvanas and then maybe trade off. He has the Owl for it.
Yeah, for it.
The Owl for it, yeah. Sorry.
Owl.
Owl. Like a tori? Like a bird?
Nightbird.
Yeah, Nightbird, exactly. The Owl's special ability is that it silences other creatures. And Sylvanas has a special effect to where when she dies, she could potentially steal one of your minions. So if you silence that effect, it kind of negates the effect altogether. Wakata?
わかった。
Okay. Alright. Alright, so Ekstrom going into turn 7. He has the Ancient of War, but he may not want to use that. He gets his Wild Growths kind of late. He's probably going to save them till turn 10. He doesn't probably want to ramp this late in the game. He trades in his Sylvanas, and then, yeah, he's okay, so he just develops the Ancient of War, and it trades very nicely with the board. Email support doesn't have any like Siphon Soul or anything, so he may just have to deal with this the hard way. He's gonna play his own Sylvanas, and he already did see one Keeper of the Grove on his Drake, so this Sylvanas hopefully won't be silenced. Yeah, he's gonna play that out. Now he's probably gonna hold on his minions. Yeah, he holds. That means the Ekstrom could basically try to damage up his own war just to give the least value to Sylvanas as possible. So he's probably just gonna sit on the 6 mana right here. Yeah, he's just gonna sit on that, and then Sylvanas is forced to basically trade for nothing. But I guess email support could go with like a Hellfire to clear it and then keep his Sylvanas alive. That would be interesting. Okay, so he starts off with the life tap. He's gonna go with the Twilight Drake and then maybe follow that up with the I guess follow that up with the Taunt Giver. Now, what does he basically taunt up? So he's just gonna trade in the Owl and hold in everything else. So that means that Sylvanas will hopefully get some value here soon. She didn't attack, so she's still alive, and she's protected behind 2 good taunts. And this is like a game of chicken right now. Ekstrom does not want to play down another minion, considering the Sylvanas will just jack it. But I guess he's forced to. This engine, I guess, looks decent. So that's basically him just donating this engine over. Even a Sludge Belcher as well. So he's just going to get the Sludge Belcher, and that was kind of interesting from Ekstrom. I would suspect that he might just sit on that mana. He does trade in, and he summons a Ragnaros, so really strong board from email support, and we haven't really seen too much luck from hand locks these days. The last 2 in, it was Chicken Knight 1 that really did badly with the hand warlock, and then it was Swiftest who also played a hand warlock, and he didn't do quite well with it either, but looks like email support is actually doing quite well with it. During email support's original King of the Hill run, he played a Oil Rogue. So I kind of expected to play the Oil Rogue tonight, but he decides otherwise. Ekstrom is using his Wild Growth to finally card draw. He got some nice minions. I would suspect that he's just gonna give up. Alright, cool, so email support's gonna tag game 1. And these guys are just going to have to load into the next game with the exact same decks, so this shouldn't take long. Baby, can you see the screen yet?
No, but I'm ready for movie.
Okay. We'll do the movie after I'm finished, no worries.
Sorry. Are you recording?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Yeah.
But it's
I
okay.
can't say anything. No.
It's okay, babe. Just hang out with me for a bit. This
Just
should-
humming.
Yeah, just yeah, exactly. It's hard to, especially when you don't even know the game, to actually understand it, even if you can't see it. But anyway, so we're into game 2. These guys are obviously playing the exact same decks. That's kind of the theme of this tournament, is to kind of create deck association between these players. And looks like Extreme didn't get any ramp this game either. That's kind of the bane of this Druid deck is, you know, if he gets ramp, awesome. It's a free win. But if he doesn't get ramp, it's going to be quite a struggle. And we see that right here. Turn 3 is just forced to hero power. And obviously turn 3 he can do the shade. But this turn 2 from email support looks strong. He has 2 giant threats in his hand, in the Mountain Giant and the Twilight Drake. And the shade comes down. Shade probably is going to go unanswered. There is a Shadow Flame eventually to take it out, but probably not going to be for a while. Twilight Drake is the first to hit the board, so he values that above the Giant, but it's going to get silenced just like last game. So this is like a mirror entity. Now, does he do an Innervate Hero Power to take it out? No, he's just going to hold. So Ancient Watcher comes in the hand, but we could see just like a Sludge Belcher. Depending on how he wants to trade this. So he goes with a tap. That kind of means the Mountain Giant will come down for 3 mana. Alright, so now Extreme, he top decks a BGH, so that's kind of a big deal. That's almost guaranteed to get played, but beyond that, he could just do like a Innervate. Because on Mystic, or maybe he just holds on his 2 mana with a hero power. Okay, so he's going to actually do the Innervate because on Mystic. That looks strong. Or he could even do like a coin. Actually, no. I was thinking coin anti-Keelbot, but that doesn't quite work too well. So he decides no on the Innervate, just goes with the hero power. Now, email support. He is looking... Okay, so I guess Ancient Watcher with a Argus? Oh, Shadow Flame, okay. That's going to take out these guys nicely. Now, Extreme, he could do a coin. Looks like he wants to do a coin lore. Nice clean board, sets him up nicely, but he has plenty of cards already, so he's not even hurting on cards. But you know, there's nothing wrong with more of them. Yeah, and he goes with the lore. And he gets more taunts out of it. Alright, so the taunts hopefully will play a big role here, but now email support kind of... He's not in the sweet spot yet. He needs to be a little bit lower in life to be in the sweet spot. So he goes with the tap Lotheb, and he gets a Dr. Boom, but, you know, 1 card too late. Obviously, next turn he could go with the Ragnaros or the Boom. Now Extreme on his turn. 7 mana, Innervate's not going to be useful, but he has so many minions. We might see him do like a Mind Control tech here along with any of those 4 drops. I doubt that the Mind Control tech will get really too much value beyond just the raw minion. Extreme's going to just trade that out and go with a Piloted Shredder. And he does... yeah, so he's going to lay down the Naked Mind Control tech. Now that means Hellfire is probably going to be used here, but in combination with what? Maybe he combinations that with a Sludge Belcher? Actually, no, he's going to be a little bit short. Yeah, so if he does a Hellfire, he would basically be giving up the rest of his 4 mana, and I guess he wants to... Oh, okay, so is he going to do an Owl, Life Tap, Hellfire? That'd be interesting. Obviously the Owl will die, but, you know, that does kill the second half of the Shredder. Yeah, he goes with the Owl. Here goes the Life Tap, and Hellfire. Okay. So that leaves him at the 11 health that he kind of wants to be at, but he doesn't have any Molten Giants, so he's kind of stuck there. He has plenty of taunts to survive, and we know that this is not a combo druid, so he's safe, but potentially, you know, getting this low against a druid could be dangerous, but he should be fine. Innervate's finally be able to be used. Now, this is basically lethal on board considering Ekstrom does have the swipe. So, a taunt has to come out to keep him alive, or a heal bot. He has both options. We could even see like a Dr. Boom and then Sun Fury Protector after that. I think that'd be really slick. We haven't seen a BGH just yet from Ekstrom, so he doesn't feel too comfortable playing out the Dr. Boom. So he's just going with the Sylvanas, taunt her up, and that kind of means that you almost have to trade her whole board into her, and then that would leave the 2-mana creature that comes out of the Shredder to be potentially stolen. Oh wow, he's just gonna... Oh, they're gonna swap minions. Okay, I guess that works. Oh, never mind, they're just gonna... Oh, okay, that was interesting. Just considering the order of the Sylvanas, they didn't swap minions, they just juggled the Argus back and forth, which was... It was a good 50-50 win from Ekstrom. He needed that 50-50, and he's just going to kill him right here. So that means that Ekstrom is going to actually win, and these guys tied up. So we'll update the brackets, and we'll have email support like we mentioned earlier. He had to reschedule, so this is like his makeup days. So anyway, going into this game, Koroneko is running like a fun standard priest, and email support is running his hand warlock. And we might have glitched out here considering we don't see the deck, or the hand at least, so we might have to hold on to this. Ooh. Okay, so rather late game cards for both players. The Mind Control comes in for Koroneko, and then the two Molten Giants even for email support. So this might be a really slow, sluggish, really awkward game for the first turns. Oh, he gets the Twilight Drake, okay. Now,
What?
I'm just talking to the game, babe.
Okay. Okay, I know. I know.
Okay. Alright. So probably just another tap from email support. He's gonna be able to summon a Twilight Drake. Now Koroneko, is he gonna do maybe an I'm not sure. He could just coin out a Soul Priest. Oh, he's gonna do a Pyromancer. Okay, that works. So the Pyromancer could potentially... Oh, he's just going to pass. Never mind. Alright, so here comes the Twilight Drake. A 7? Oh, 9 health. Nice. Okay. So 9 health Drake, and Koroneko does get a Blade Master with stuff like Light of the Naru, which can basically summon 2 minions. And he does also have the Circle of Healing. But he doesn't... I don't even know if he's running a Silence in this deck, to be honest. If he's not, obviously he's in a sticky situation, but he goes with the Light Naru combo. Obviously the little Light Warden's gonna die here, probably at least. And then email support could do like a double Dark Bomb onto the Blade Master. I think that would be a really slick play that would clear the board, eliminate the Blade Master threat. Considering the Blade Master is basically one of the biggest minions for a priest, but he decides not to do the double Dark Bomb. He's just going to chill with the Sludge Belcher. Now Koroneko going into turn 5 still has the coin. Looks like a Holy Nova is going to be the play. That's going to put his Blade Master out of range to be killed by the Twilight Drake. But he also has the Mortal Coil, so that's not going to be an issue. He starts with a live tap. Now probably going to... Oh, he's going to Dark Bomb. What? Okay, so he's not even going to... He's going to just trade his Slime in along with the Dark Bomb. Keep his Drake at full, you know... Well, not full, but, you know, healthy 6 life. And then Koroneko is going to do a Sylvanas. There's no Silence just yet for email support. But he could just... he can't kill off his Drake right here. I would think that he might do like a dark bomb. Oh, he's gonna do a watcher. Okay, so double watcher. So that means that he's just gonna run the gambling wheel, see what Koroneko steals. So Koroneko actually steals an Ancient Watcher, which I'm not sure it could even be activated. Well, I mean, the Thought Steal obviously opens up a lot of possibilities to be activated. And he's gonna go for it. And it looks like he just, before even getting the... Okay, so what he got from email support deck was he got a Ragnaros and he got a Lotheb. We need to turn on game sounds, don't we? Hold on, let me turn on the game sounds. Alright, there we go. Nice. Alright, so going into turn 8, he has the Ragnaros play. He still has the coin going into turn 8, so kind of interesting. Right, Ryoko? So interesting. Alright, other plays than the Ragnaros could obviously be Dr. Boom, but he needs to get rid of that Sylvanas. Sylvanas is a big problem. He could do that either with like a Holy Nova shenanigans along with his Pyromancer. Obviously the Pyromancer has to trade in, so he could just kind of like juggle back the Ancient Watcher. I think I like that. I think he should just start out with the Holy Nova, and then trade in your Pyromancer.
Can you share the screen?
Yeah, babe. Here you go. I'm gonna turn off my camera just to make sure that you can, you don't have that bandwidth going. Alright, so screen is shared. It's probably loading for you. So there he goes with the Holy Nova, and he's gonna train his Pyromancer. So this Watcher is just gonna get juggled back to email support, and the Alkanite comes down. And that kind of does set up a circle combo if he needs to. He's going to be 1 mana off a Mind Control tech if this Ragnaros does go down. So, I mean, Mind Control in general will get a lot of value against the Handler for a lot. But Ragnaros decides to go face. Oh, and he top decks a Power Word Death, so he's off to a good start with that. Can you see the screen, babe, or is it loading?
No, yeah. Oh.
It's okay.
Loading.
It's okay, babe.
Ah. That's bad, huh?
Yeah, it's decent. It's alright, no worries.
Not decent.
Not decent.
I
Okay.
know.
Alright, so Koroneko's gonna use Live and Aro and a hero power to kill Ragnaros. So saving this power Shadow Word Death for any giants that come out later, which is cool, it works well. Now, email support can do 2 Molten Giants right here. He's gonna do a heal bot after 1, it looks like. That's the safest. I mean, he's gonna be at 15 life. Oh! And notice how the anti-heal bot heal actually just buffed up the Light Warden. So that's what that emote was about. Now, going to turn 10, obviously Koroneko can do a Mind Control tech, or Mind Control here, but, you know, that will kind of leave him open to a Shadow Flame, considering email support will just kind of be playing that as a handlock mirror. He has the Death as another options, or he could just try to get lucky with a 50-50 Ragnaros hit, which obviously that means probably trading in the Light Warden or the Alkanite, depending on which one he values more. Obviously, it's kind of a toss-up. And he goes with the Death, so no gambling for Koroneko just yet. And he's gonna trade in his... Okay, that's nice. So he decides to trade in his Alkanite. That allows him to buff up his Light Warden quite a bit. Now, the Owl does come in hand, and there is a Siphon Soul. So, several options. I mean, there's 2 Siphon Souls, even. Yeah, but he's gonna go with a PGH. That means the Siphon Souls are gonna be safe for Ragnaros.
I've got the beast in my sight.
And Koronako's just gonna silence the Light Warden, so after considering he already saw Sylvanas, he probably feels comfortable doing that. Alright, does he summon a Molten Giant here, or just maybe a taunt? Oh, so he goes with the Molten Giant rather than taunting anything. Now Koroneko has his boombots to work with, so I bet he might start off by throwing a boombot into the owl. And that would give him good starting position. And 2 goes into the Molten Giant, so probably not what he wanted. So what he might do here is throw in the Lotheb, and then have the boombot actually finish off the Molten Giant and try get lucky to actually kill the BGH. I guess that would be the play that I would make. And that leaves you still with 10 mana to play Ragnaros. Yeah, he's gonna go... Oh, never mind. He's going straight for face. And he throws down the Ragnaros, so this means a 33% chance to win, and then a 33% chance to kill the Molten Giant. And what does he hit? Ooh, he hits the worst target in the BGH. Now we're probably gonna... We obviously have to see Siphon Soul here after the Twilight Drake. And how does he trade this Molten Giant? Okay, so he trades it into the Lotheb. Now Koroneko... He has some good options. He has nothing that he can basically use his Cleric for. But he has the Alkanai, and he has a... he has the Dark Cultist. He has no good mind control targets just yet, considering the low health of the Molten Giant. So I would assume that he would do like a heal. Well, he probably start off by throwing in the Boombot to the Molten Giant. I think that would be a good start. And if it hits the Drake for 4, obviously you can do an Akanai ping.
Must consider.
Alright, so he's going to start off with the Alkanai. That means that he might ping the Molten Giant down.
The dam stand ready.
Is someone injured?
Oh, so he's just going to swarm the board. And that means email support needs to get like a Shadow Flame. And he's actually going to keep his Boombot alive, which is rather interesting. I guess he's going to try threaten lethal with it a little bit later on. And that means email support has some options in the taunt givers that he has. He also has a heal bot, but maybe he wants to go a little bit more defensive with a Siphon Soul. He's looking to see whatever... Okay, so the Cleric gets the buff from the Dark Cultist. Probably not the best target to get buffed, considering how low the Priest is on cards, and email support kind of does not want to keep that thing alive. But I mean, Koroneko can't even heal, considering the Alkanai is still on the field. So he's going to Siphon Soul the Alkanai. That means that the Cleric's going to probably... Will it throw itself into the Drake just to get damaged and then heal? I think that would be a solid play. Yeah, so Koroneko's going to go for that. And he gets another Cleric. Okay, so the card draw is real. Koroneko's gonna see if he can kill off this Drake with a Boombot, and he gets it. Nice. That Boombot has been alive since like... Boombot has been alive for like 4 or 5 turns now. Anyway, so the Pyromancer comes down. And he's probably not gonna do double Cleric. Yeah, he's just gonna hold on the second Cleric. Hellfire looks really solid here, but he is down to 6 life. Lotheb will block out any potential burst, if that's even possible, from the Priest. Shadow Madness is interesting. Now, looks like he's going to go with the double heal, which means double card draw. He would like to do the Holy Nova, but obviously Lotheb is blocking that out.
Let me change your
So he's going to do a naked Cabal Shadow Priest. And that means the Holy Fire will be lethal. But since the heal bot will heal him up, he should be fine. But does that, no, that wouldn't mean. So I was thinking the heal bot would give 2 cards to Koroneko, but it only works on minions anyway, so the heal bot's safe. Now here we go with the Shadow Flame on the Lotheb. Cool, so the board's clear. Email support's in a good spot. And once Jiraxis comes in hand, that's almost going to be a guaranteed play, considering Priest has a huge difficult time dealing with that. Sludge Belcher is really solid. Email support. He gets a Dr. Boom, which is nice. But Koroneko could use Shadow Menace on a... oh, he's gonna use Mind Control actually. Okay. I don't think there's... yeah, we've already seen both Siphon Souls from email support. So that's rather kind of a big deal. He's gonna try to get lucky with the boom bots. First one goes to base. Not exactly good. Second one... alright, so looks like email support is trying to stabilize with a Mountain Giant that's taunted. Okay, so does that mean that Koroneko would go like a Shadow Madness after trading in his Dr. Boom? That would clear basically the whole board for both players. And then after that, obviously you can set up a Lotheb. I mean another Sludge Belcher. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna do that. Alright, so we have to keep in mind that this is still lethal. If email support's not able to clear the Sludge Belcher, I mean he has the taunts, so he should be fine. The Holy Fire will come in for the saving 5 damage and just kill him. 2 cards remaining for the Warlock, 6 cards remaining for the Priest, so these guys are basically almost into fatigue. We still haven't seen Jiraxis, so that could be a really big deal.
I'm almost out of cards.
Wow, looks like Jiraxis is actually the last card in the deck. Interesting. Koroneko gets a Circle of Healing, which probably isn't too good. I'm guessing they're just gonna go with the trade here and then probably heal up his Sludge Belcher. And he does an Naked Harrison. That means that he kind of wants to get it out of the way before Jiraxis does come down, so he doesn't overcard draw himself. And oh, what? Is email support not running Jiraxis? Interesting. I'm gonna take a look at the deck list just real fast. Yeah, it looks like he's not running Ragnaros. I mean, Jiraxis. He does get a nice taunt on a Mountain Giant. Holy Fire? Okay. Oh, okay, so he's just abusing the fatigue mechanic. Alright, so Koroneko outsmarting email support right there with the fatigue mechanic. Nice. And we'll just chill here until game 2 starts. These guys have no deck selection process to go through, so they just have to click fight again, and there we go. Roku, can you see the screen, or are you just hanging out?
Just hang out.
Okay, cool, thanks, babe. We're almost done. This is the last game. Alright, so...
Sorry.
No, it's fine, babe. Thank you for hanging out. Anyway, so email support has a decent start here with Mountain Giant. So does Koroneko, to be honest. He has a Pyromancer and a Cleric, so nice little minions to start using. Will we see a Cleric come out? I mean, he has 2 of them, so he might feel safe doing it. Email support has the option of Dark Bombing once it becomes a threat to card draw. Yeah, Koroneko's just gonna hold on it. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So, turn 2. Priest doesn't have much to do. Not gonna throw out the Cleric. And email support's just gonna life tap. So as the coin player, email support has to use
Is
something
someone injured?
or else he's gonna overdraw himself. So he's probably gonna use a dark bomb. Yeah, he's gonna go with the dark bomb. That means Mountain Giant can come down next turn. No Shadow or Death, just yet for Koroneko. So this Giant should have free reign of the board for a while. Okay, so Koroneko is able to trade into that Sludge Belcher really nicely. He could even silence off half of it. We choose not to. I think it's a smart decision. Save your silence for Sylvanas, you know what's in this deck. Holy Fire is going to come down, kill the last part of the Giant, and Slime's going to go to face. How much did Holy Fire heal for? It didn't heal for much. I don't know if he was damaged at all, to be honest, but he's back to full life, which matters. And Email Sport's going to silence his own guy after taunting it up. I mean, before taunting it up. Now it's a nice fat 5-5. Koroneko, let's see. Maybe Koroneko wants to do something here with Holy Nova? Oh, he's just going to steal the Argus, looks like. That'd be really solid as well.
Let me change your mind.
Yeah, that works out. So, Email Support could trade off the board quite well here. Oh, he's gonna even Siphon Soul. Okay then. That makes sense considering the Cabal is one of the larger minions that this priest runs. I guess anything larger would be Vol'jin, but he didn't see it last game, so he feels fine just doing Siphon Soul now. Sludge Belcher's gonna get used.
Stand ready.
And here comes a Dark Cultist. Dark Cultist behind the taunt is great, considering you can't just straight up kill the Dark Cultist. Alright, so Dr. Boom, they're going for the trade. That's going to leave a nice little bait for the Boombots to hit with that slime. But I'm sure Koroneko would be fine with that. I mean, Email Support would also be fine with that. Kind of a neutral position. Holy Nova is going to start us off. And then both the Boombots kill the Dark Cultist. Give the slime the buff. Slime is probably not gonna do much beyond just attacking face. I think that was a rather unlucky play for Koroneko. In theory, it would have worked out great, but he just ate it too hard. Now, as far as this other 4-mana development, does he go with like? Okay, he could have potentially did like an Alchemy Circle combo to actually kill off the Dr. Boom. But he's gonna hold on it. Dr. Boom's gonna go down to 4 health anyway, so he has the opportunity to do the combo a little bit later on when it gets more value.
I wonder.
Alright, so obviously Dr. Boom has to go in and trade. And he's just gonna put down a lot of minions on board. That means that he could do like a double circle combo. Ooh. The Shadow Manus also looks really good. That means Shadow Manus could potentially just give Koroneko the slime out of the Sludge Belcher. Now, if he does that, yeah, it looks like he's gonna go for that. He will have 6 mana. That means that Alchemy Soul Priest, he could do a double circle here. Actually, yeah, he's gonna vouch to not do that. He just goes with the ping. That's going to leave Email Support maybe with a Shadow Flame, Mortal Coil, but he. Okay, so he's just gonna throw it down Ragnaros. This is really slick. He has the 50-50 to kill it. and he loses, that means that he's probably going to lose both his 8 health things to a double circle combo. I think that has to be the play. He can even throw down a zombie chow. Yeah, that's going to be the play. Hopefully we... Wow, he even has like Violonaro. He's not going to do the zombie chow, it looks like. He's just going to hold on to it. Okay, so 10 mana. Zombie Chow's going to be alone on the field. Maybe the Violonaro? Nah, he would have laid that earlier before healing. He's not going to do Violonaro just yet. Okay, so 6 mana Molten Giant along with a Dark Bomb. We'll also have Email Supports board. Koroneko gets kind of a really sad draw. He can start his own card draw starting up there. Powered Shield into... Ooh, Thought Steal. So a lot of card draw going on this turn. And he gets Sylvanas and Hellfire. I think the Hellfire is kind of sucky, but Sylvanas is obviously really good. He decides not to do the Violonaro just yet. Obviously the Cleric will probably die here to whatever Email Support decides to kill it with. Now, as far as development on the board, he's going to tap. Remember, last game went to Fatigue. He lost out on Fatigue last game. He's already down to 8 cards. So that could be kind of an issue. He's going to go straight for face? That'd be rather ballsy, I'd say. Yeah, straight to face, I guess. Cool. That works out. Now, another Powered Shield for Koroneko. He can get his Cleric juiced up to 7 health. He's even going to do Light of the Naru. Get as much,
In the light's name.
get as much juice out of that as possible. He still has 2 more draws potentially if he wants to use them.
I have no time for
Okay, so he throws down the Powered Shield onto the Light Warden, which means it's super vulnerable to a silence, but as it stands, it's a kind of a scary minion at 3/4, considering it's, you know, a 1-mana minion at best. So Email Support, does he want to go with maybe a Hellfire after trading in? Hellfire might not work too well considering the Sylvanas on the field. He has no silence for it just yet. Wow, going for face and a Shadow Flame. Okay, a huge power play and saying this game hopefully won't go to Fatigue considering he's behind on cards. After the Shadow Flame, I would suspect that he might do a Lotheb. And he's probably, looks like he's feeling the same vibes. He's going to hand over his Ancient Watcher, but I don't know if Priest can essentially activate it too well. So it might just be a dry minion. Priest does not look to be running any form of silence.
That belongs in a museum.
Koroneko's going to be throwing down a Naked Harrison, along with a Pyromancer. Email Support, will he answer back? Okay, nice, that works really well. Hellfire into double coil, it looks like. And that means that he's gonna get really, wow, okay. Gets a really nice Drake out of that, and the next turn he has the Giant. Okay, so Koroneko, okay, he has to do Holy Nova, heal himself, and I guess that's the play. Now here we go with a either a Mullen or a Mountain Giant, depending on which one he wants to play. Oh, can he just play both? Wow, yeah, he can. Oh my god.
shields up.
Both of them are out, even taunted. Now we've already seen the double combo from Koroneko, so he has no... Yeah, He's just gonna kill himself. Sweet, so email support. Gonna tie that up. And that means that both games that email support has played tonight have been ties. So, rather interesting. Hopefully he can actually advance in the group, but as far as this game, that'll be it. Alright, so we got game 1 against Sorath versus email support going on right here. And Sorath is running his oil rogue they ran all night the other night, considering they already have those 1 decks. And email support is running his hand warlock that he's kind of had some favorable luck with. Just need to make sure that both these guys are running the deck that they already gave me. It looks like they're good. Cool. I would say both players got a fairly strong start in the SS7 agent, followed along with the Twilight Drake. Nice little start. Dagger up turn 2, standard from oil rogues. Now turn 1 for email support, or I mean turn 2. Looks to be a tap. He has the coin, so he has to play something on turn 3. Hold on, we have a question. Let me just answer this question from Godmest. Alright, so Sorath turn 3, he just went with the dagger, and he's going with face. Email support goes with a Ancient Watcher. That will allow him to do a nice, I think, 8 or 9 health Drake next turn. The Thalnos comes down, and looks like Sorath has a kind of a dry start. He has to re-dagger pretty much every turn, and that's kind of bad. He would like probably a Violet Teacher on turn 4, but the Drake does come down with 9 life. Now, this Thalnos is juicing up that Phantom Knives, so we might do like a prep, Phantom Knives, Abyss. He has plenty of options. He has the... can he even kill with all that damage? Trying to figure out if he can kill the Twilight Drake. He can do it if he throws in his face and the Thalnos, I guess. Oh, he's going to do SS7 agent. That works too. Cool. So Thalnos is going to stay alive. His face is going to stay intact. Now, Sludge Belcher looks really slick. I mean, it trades very well with the board. Nice turn 5. He had the option to go with the Mountain Giant, but probably a little bit risky considering the Thalnos is kind of a big deal. You kind of want to get rid of that before throwing down your Mountain Giant. Now, Backstab could be used here for 3 damage. And looks like that's what he's going to go for. I'm trying to think about how he will essentially trade after he does the backstab. He might throw in the Thalnos, or he might throw in the SA7 agent. Looks like he's wanting to even do a Tinker Sharpsword Oil, which seems really weird to me, but I guess it would work. Okay, so he just trades in the SA7 agent. And he's gonna, I guess, kill the slime with the Thalnos. Email support saying that was straight up a mistake, but we didn't catch it on this end. Maybe Sorath didn't catch it either. Or maybe it was just a mistake on email support's part. But anyway, now he has the activator for the Ancient Watcher in that Argus. He's gonna start out with the tap. He's going to even coin a Giant out along with another Ancient Watcher. That means that the board is very vulnerable to a Blade Flurry. Note how we have 2 Blade Flurries in hand for Sorath, so I'm guessing that he's probably going to use 1 right here. He even has combo starters for the Tinker Sharpsword Oil. He might be a little bit low on mana to do all that, but it looks like it might work out with perfect 7 mana. But will that be enough to basically kill the Giant? He might have to run his face into the Giant once, which shouldn't be too bad. You're not expecting a huge burst from the Hand Warlock. So I say the play is deadly poisoned, Tinker Sharpsword Oil, then Blade Flurry. But if he attacks with this Farseer, that means he's not going to go for that play. So he starts out with a deadly poison. Here goes the Tinker Sharp's oil.
Choose soon.
And that means that he's a little bit off lethal. So he's 5 off lethal with that, but he has essentially cleared the board after he has to force to trade this guy in. Oh, he's not going to even trade the guy in. He's just going to Siphon Soul it and go to face. He knows that Sorath's only down to 2 cards, and whoa. Is that lethal? That's 1 off lethal. Oh no, that's lethal! That's perfect right there. Sorath is able to pull it out. All 3 cards have to be used for a perfect lethal combination. Yeah, and he gets it. Cool, so Sorath is going to take this game 1. And then we're just going to load into game 2 once these guys are finished relaxing for a bit. This shouldn't take long. Obviously, they don't have to select any new decks. They're just going to run with the exact same decks. Just hold on tight. Alright, going to game 2. Sorath is slight advantage. Now, this is kind of a deciding match on who essentially will move on. As far as the brackets go, Email Support and Sorath are essentially tied in the brackets at 3rd and 4th place. Top 3 advance, so Email Support is trying to get his advancement. Sorath is almost not letting him, considering he took the last match. But if this does come down to a tie, hence Email Support wins right here, that means he will advance, and Sorath will be left kind of in the bottom area. But if Sorath is able to win, that means that, you know, he's going to obviously go on. So this match is kind of... This is the deciding match on who advances from the group, basically, right here, right now. Laptop's going to be worked in, and that means next turn could be a Giant or a Drake. He has a really nice strong start. As far as Sorath's start, he has to kind of do a naked Farseer, which kind of sucks, but potentially work out. So Email Support chooses to do the Twilight Drake at 9 health. That means that Sorath could do a Coin Lotheb, or he could do a Shredder even. Will he do a Backstab just to prepare the Drake to die? No, he does not do a Backstab. Now the Sludge Belcher trades very well with the board, so I think that would be the turn 5 play rather than the Lotheb. Oh, he chose to do a Hellfire. Okay. And he gets a Ship's Cannon, so in this situation that's generally a good draw, but considering it just trades away with the Drake and doesn't hurt it too much, it's kind of a bad draw. Now, the Backstab's not an option considering the minion is damaged. He looks like he's trying to get an SS7 agent combo off, which means he might do like a prep Phantom Knives, SS7 agent, and then run your face into it. That would kill it off. And also cycle a card. So it looks like that's what he's gonna go for. He gets a Violet Teacher out of that. SS7 agent goes down. And face finishes off the Drake. Okay, so Mountain Giant is able to go down, followed by a Dark Bomb, so that kind of sets up Email Support's board in kind of a big way. Now, as far as dealing with this Mountain Giant, Sorath might have a problem here. Back in the day, when the Rogue's main deck was the Miracle Rogue, Hand Warlock was considered a fairly decent counter considering Leroy was the finisher, and if you just got a taunt, Leroy was kind of nullified. But Sorath is going to start with a Backstab to start pumping out the 1/1s from the Violet Teacher. That means that he might... Okay, so he's just going to re-dagger and basically donate the Violet Teacher over to Email Support after this trade. Or he might just Siphon Soul it. I think a Siphon Soul would also be very viable. Oh! He's gonna actually follow up with a... Wait, was that a mistake? Emo support just attacked face. He's gonna leave the Violet teacher alive, but Lotheb will kind of cover his back on that. That means... Okay, interesting. Now, does this essentially give lethal? No, it couldn't. You would have to get a really lucky Ragnaros hit for this to be lethal. Now, a Shadow Flame looks really juicy here, but he's 1 mana off being able to do that, considering the Lotheb is kind of working against him right here. So he's going to just start trading, and this 50-50 is really strong. It either kills the minion or kills your opponent, which obviously works out really well. It goes for killing the minion, and Sorath is kind of on the back foot right here. And like we said, whoever wins this kind of moves off from the group. Because if Prep's going to start him off, he might have to do a Prep sap. Hopefully he gets a... he would have to get like 2 saps, wouldn't he? So Sorath probably gonna die right here. He gets 1 sap. Deadly poison, maybe. Looks like he's just gonna kill himself with the Tinker Sharpsword oil attack. Yeah, he's just gonna kill himself. All right, so Email Sport's actually gonna take this. Nice. So let me report the scores real fast, and then we'll just confirm that Email Support basically moves on.